lo sé, no sé cómo. Ni nosotros tampoco sé quién son.
Ay, madre, este coche, la chica esta que está ahí, per favor.
In a matter of hours, the Valencia region in eastern Spain turned into a scene of devastation beyond belief. On October 31st, 2024, the nation was left in shock and mourning as the death toll from one of the deadliest floods in European history reached a staggering 158 lives lost. And the number is still rising. Streets once bustling with life are now thick with mud, debris, and loss. Spain hasn't seen a disaster of this magnitude in over 5 decades. Today, we're taking you through the heartbreaking events that unfolded and the aftermath that Valencia and its people are now grappling with. A year's worth of rain fell in just 8 hours. The heavens opened with relentless fury over the Valencia region, battering everything in its path. Valencia's infrastructure, homes, roads, and even its people were no match for the torrents that poured down that Tuesday night. The flash floods hit with brutal, unexpected speed, and as it stands, dozens of people are still missing. The storm has already marked itself as Spain's worst flood disaster in modern history.
Chicas, asomaros del vernos. ¡Ay, Dios mío!
Loli.
¡Ay, Dios mío! Esto es una puta locura. Estoy flipando.
Se ha roto el puente, se está inundando todo. Se nos va a inundar la casa también, me voy para abajo. Mirar todo. Todo inundado. Madre mía. Se ha roto del todo el puente. Mirad las casas de los vecinos.
But it could go down as Europe's worst in half a century. Many in Valencia's hardest hit areas, like the towns of Godalita, Paiporta, and Udiel, watched helplessly as the waters reached unprecedented levels, sweeping away cars, smashing bridges, and swallowing entire neighborhoods. Even the high-speed rail lines connecting Valencia to Madrid were swept away, with Transport Minister Oscar Puente admitting that some vehicles caught in the floodwaters contained bodies of victims. Antonio's story echoes across towns like Godalita and Udiel, where people scrambled to safety, barely making it out alive. The suddenness of the deluge left many trapped in their homes or on the streets, trying to reach safety as the waters engulfed them. In Valencia City, rescue teams recovered the bodies of 8 people, including a local police officer from a flooded garage, and an elderly woman was found dead in her home. This tragedy, compounded by tales of loss, has driven anger and grief throughout the nation. In the small town of Paiporta, residents accuse the local authorities of failing to warn them in time. By the time people realized the gravity of the situation, it was already too late. People were trapped in their cars, in their homes, and even on the streets. Businesses were wiped out. David Romero, a musician and resident, put it bluntly: "There's not a business left standing."
Ya esté volcado ya y todo. Habrá quedado con eso.
No lo sé, no sé cómo. Ni nosotros tampoco sé quién son.
The Valencia region is known for its citrus industry, producing 2/3 of Spain's oranges and citrus exports. Now, that agricultural land has been submerged, potentially wiping out a significant portion of Spain's citrus crop this year. This is not just a local tragedy. It's a disaster that will affect Spain's economy on a national scale. The devastation has also led to political backlash. Opposition leaders and residents alike are calling out the central government and regional authorities for their slow response. Many believe that if warnings had been issued earlier, lives could have been saved. Laura Valencia, a local shop manager, voiced a sentiment shared by many, saying, "Those people wouldn't have died if they had been warned in time." Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez visited the region, urging people to stay indoors with more rain expected. But to the families of the deceased and the countless others who've lost everything, these words do little to ease their pain. Satellite images taken just weeks before the flood show Valencia as a vibrant landscape. But after the torrential rains, the transformation is almost unrecognizable. Roads are impassable, homes are uninhabitable, and entire neighborhoods are buried under layers of mud. The Magro River, which runs through Udil, burst its banks, sending a wall of water 3 meters high crashing into homes.
Mira el paragote del coche. Todo. Todo. Mira todo roto aquí, tío. El techo no hay.
Y yo, el pitazo este ha levantado el techo y el roto para
Vaya tela, tío.
Chicas, asomaros del verno. ¡Ay, Dios mío!
Loli.
¡Ay, Dios mío! Esto es una puta locura.
Se ha roto el puente, se está inundando todo. Se nos va a inundar la casa también, me voy para abajo. Mirar todo. Todo inundado.
Ricardo Gabaldon, the mayor of Udil, confirmed that at least 6 residents died, mostly elderly or disabled people who couldn't make it to higher ground. The residents of Udil, like many others, are using whatever resources they have to clean up. With tractors and water pumps, they're trying to reclaim what's left of their homes and their lives. Pope Francis shared his condolences, saying, "I'm close to them in this moment of catastrophe." And as the world looks to Valencia, experts point to climate change as a contributing factor to such extreme events. Climate Central released a report explaining how a low-pressure system funneled moisture from an atmospheric river over the unusually warm tropical Atlantic, creating the conditions for the floods. The report states that human-caused climate change has made these elevated sea surface temperatures 50 to 300 times more likely. The evidence of climate change's role in these tragedies is hard to ignore. This storm has taken more than lives. It has taken futures, homes, and hopes. And as the rain clouds move on, the people of Valencia are left to pick up the pieces, rebuilding what they can while mourning what they've lost. Across Spain and beyond, people are coming together to support Valencia, offering donations, opening shelters, and even traveling to help with the recovery efforts. But for many, the question lingers. Could more have been done to prevent this tragedy? As Valencia struggles to recover, Spain, like much of the world, faces a crucial question. Are we prepared for the storms that are becoming ever more frequent, powerful, and deadly? Thank you for watching. If you want to stay updated on stories that matter, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's remember the people of Valencia, and let's keep asking the hard questions about our role in this changing climate.
Pero tú no has visto cómo la pero uno es peor que esto.